Is this thing on? Okay. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Majisty Dennis, and welcome back to the Somebody Should Have Told Me podcast, where we're talking about everything we wish somebody would have told us about our convictions, our career, and our coins. And actually, this is not a day that I would normally be recording. I normally batch record ahead of time, but today is February 4th, I think, and we are inching towards Valentine's Day. And so I felt it was timely that I came here live with you today. So I am live for two reasons. I went to church today. And I left actually feeling very frustrated. So I am recording today, number one, because I'm actually very upset. Thankfully, I went to the grocery store, got my things, and have had some time to cool off and process my thoughts. And then, secondly, I have some new software that I need to try out. And so I want to see how this works too, because so I'm testing it by myself. And then, of course, we have the guests coming on as we start moving towards a more solution focused direction, and some great resources I want to give to you guys. But for now, I just wanted to test it out myself, and my emotions were so high. Thankfully, I have been able to turn that frustration into a bit of inspiration. And so I wanted to come and talk to you guys. So hopefully everything's fine. If not, I am DIYing it, and I can today, and I can come back with the production crew and we can redo it in a more formal way. But for now, I figured here we are and this will do. So where do I begin? Okay, so first of all, I just left church, as I said, and I'm still in my church clothes if you're watching the video, um, because my emotions are high. And so I'm frustrated because I feel like churches as a whole continually miss the mark on this specific area. And it bothers me. And so I feel like lately, for me personally, emotionally, I have been very at peace, very sound, like really feeling like I'm starting to get back to myself. Spiritually, I feel like I'm on a 10. And my real church is online, and this could be a further sign that I just need to stick with my process and be at my church and not be worried about anything. But I want to fully submerge myself in this experience at this church. I am not going to be talking about what church this is, because it's not anything personally, and I really don't think that these people meant any harm. But if we keep saying amen to things, amen means I agree. And if we don't tell um, even leaders where we don't agree, I think they'll continually miss the mark. And I think they're well intentioned for whatever, I guess, they want to reach single people, but they're going about it the wrong way. And I feel like today, respectfully, was an absolute miserable fail. And so I thought I would um, come to you also as a single woman, um and that's I feel like where my perspective is valued, right? And to really provide some insight to church leaders on where you're missing the mark. Okay, so what had happened was I was at church, everything was fine, great worship, whatever the case may be, and they proceed to go to the announcements. I think there was only two or three announcements. And one was, well, I can't give away too specific, okay, because you might be able to put two and two together. Houston is very big, but it can also get very small very fast. Okay. So the announcement that frustrated me was that there is a Galentine's, okay, Bible study taking place on Valentine's Day. Okay. And I was like, Majesty, when they said Galentine's, my mind was like, oh no. I can say, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be calm because who knows? I'm thinking the Galentine's is going to be like at least a pajama party. I don't know, something for the girls. I could get that. It is a Bible study. Now, what else would a church be offering but a Bible study? Get that, got that. There was also no Brolin times. Men are not doing that. Men are not studying the Bible on February 14th. And I'm not going to the Galentines because I already know what they're going to say. Ruth had to go sit at the feet and all this and all that. And you go Esther and Ruth yourself half to death. Okay? Not disrespecting the word, but I already heard it all. Okay? And it's not moving us towards a solution. Okay? Why I am frustrated is because I feel like it was dismissive. And it feels a little gaslighty because I guess this is supposed to be an alternative to Valentine's Day. Now, I will say for this, what I'm saying to make sense to you, you have to have a certain kind of story. And you all know from the past episodes, my story, born and raised in church, no time in the world. So I have already quite literally done all of the things. I have, and this podcast will not be a space where I'm coming to tell you to write letters to your future husband. I am not here to tell you to write no other list. I'm not doing it. If writing a list would bring you a man, I'd have had 10 men. It would have happened already. Okay? And I feel like not just the church, society at large is telling women to do all of these things besides move forward in your interpersonal skills to get a man. And so for me, that has looked like get your own car, get your own place, get your degree, go to school, stay out the way. All of these things that are literally counterproductive to the goal that you have in mind. Once again, as I've said before, if you don't have a social life, you don't have a dating life. So that's one of the things that I want to say. I'm trying to keep it on a level playing field today. So first of all, they got the Galentines. And I'm just like, for the girls that get it, you get it. Having a Galentine's is not going to help you get no man. I'm sorry. It ain't. I wish I would. And I'm grown. Unless, okay, here it is. Here it is. We, the singles of the church, okay, do not want Galentines. Okay, we don't want it. If you want to help the singles in your church, as we inch towards Valentine's, I want you to have a co-ed mixer. Okay? So if your church has planned a Bible study coming up, I want you to cancel. You have time. You have 2 weeks right now to stop while you are ahead. If you want to help the singles in your ministry, they probably don't need to hear about Ruth and Sarah and all this and stuff. And I'm not saying that the Bible is not relevant, because it is. What I'm saying is you got the girls going around in circles, and enough is enough. And if nobody else is going to tell you, hey, I guess I'm the one to say it. We don't need Galentine's Day. We don't want it. We don't need to pretend like we need to read more scriptures to earn love from anyone, from God. And that may not be the way that you intended it, but I can guarantee you, for more people than myself, that is the way it is landing. Okay? So the reason I'm here, okay, recording my own podcast today, because I cannot even let February 14th, 15th, any of that come and go without being said. If you don't have a co-ed mixer or something where the girls and the guys can get together, I want you to stop while you're ahead. Also, I think I'm frustrated and triggered, and admittedly so. Like I said, I'm on the mend with my process, but where do I even begin? I'm on the mend with my process, but I do feel like I have a divine, righteous indignation about this because, and it had to be me. It had to be me. It had to be me, the one who followed all the rules. It had to be me who done went to all the singles classes. Y'all, I told y'all I went to a singles mixer for a singles conference for my 18th birthday. If it was going to happen for you that way, I don't know about you. If it was going to happen for me, it would have happened by now. Okay? So I think another frustrating point is that I felt like it kind of was diminishing um towards my autonomy, okay? And I wanted to talk to you guys about infantilization, okay? And so infantilization is the prolonged treatment of one who is not is the prolonged treatment of one who is not a child as though they are a child. Okay, so studies have shown that an individual, when you know what I'm trying to say, infantilized, is overwhelmingly likely to feel disrespected. And that's how I feel. Okay, such individuals may report a sense of transgression akin to dehumanization. Okay, so infantilization is also when an adult is being treated like a child, even though nothing about their mental, physical, social, or intellectual well-being requires such treatment. So the frustration with the Galentines on Valentine's thing is that when you do that to me, and you have the girls sitting over here taking another Bible study like me myself, I'm not doing one more thing. I'm not taking no more classes, no more conferences, no more coaches, no nothing. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And the frustration with the Galentine's thing is like you put these women in a special class, and anytime you go into the church, there's this heavy separation, like, okay, boys sit over here, girls sit over here, like you are in children's church 2.0. Now, sin or no sin, okay, actions have consequences. And I think if you give people more insight to make more robust and cohesive decisions, then you wouldn't have to do this infantilization like what is happening. Anyways, I think I've said for the most part what I need to say. And I feel like you should, churches, if you want to provide a solution, Valentine's Day is coming. Have a co-ed mixer. Stop putting the women in like this separate class, like you don't know how to conduct yourself, and really give them forward moving resources, and stop talking to the women like they are less than spiritually developed and you need another Bible study and you need another Sunday school class before you can interact with the opposite sex. Okay, so churches, that's what y'all can do better. Girls, for the girls that are on this here podcast, y'all already know what it is. You need to have your outfit ready. You need to be outside, posting, whatever you need to do. And this is not to say that I don't understand that Valentine's Day can be a sensitive space or something like that, but what I'm not gonna do is like act like it isn't what it is, okay? Because you just need to, I mean, if you're gonna do it, okay? Now, maybe you need a Bible study at 21, but at 31, ain't nobody got time for that, okay? I think I've said what I needed to say. Um, I'm not going to be at Galentine's anything. As a matter of fact, I love all my friends. But if you're a girl, you really don't even need to call me. Okay? You got 2 weeks to get on this app and make something shake. And I hope you do. And that's all. This has been my impromptu Somebody Should Have Told Me podcast. And I'll leave you with this. Somebody should have told me I don't need a Galentine's Day, nothing. I'm done with it. I'm grown. And churches, if you want to help singles move out of singleness, if that's what you say your goal is, do not gaslight the girls into a circle. And if that's the case, why are the men not being equipped to the same level as the men? If there is a Galentine's Day, then there needs to be a Browlentine's, Brolentine's, whatever y'all got, whatever the women is doing, the men need to be doing. Oh, okay. Okay. Is the brothers having a finance class on how to provide for a wife? Or you just want to lead because you got male genitalia? Oh, I gotta go. I'm hungry. You know what? I'm sipping on my little protein and I haven't had my after church meal. And maybe that's why I'm a little snappy. So maybe I need to calm down. But just make sure that the men are being developed at the same pace as the women. All right, I'm done. God bless. Click the link in my bio. Check out my latest digital download, 6 Steps to Six Figures. And I hope whatever you decide to do, whether you decide to participate or not, you have a happy Valentine's Day, because we're not making up anything else. It is what it is. I hope you have a date by then. God bless. Thank you for listening. And I'll see y'all on the next one.